What is up, guys? EJ here, back with a video. Finally, I know it's been a long time since my last video. Um, so obviously I owe you an explanation. My last video I think I made was in June, which of course was my top 10 films of 1988. And at that time I said I was going to make more videos, I was going to get more motivated to make videos, but I ran into sort of a road bump at that time. Truth is, I'm basically broke. I can't afford to buy new movies at the moment. All I'm doing is working and paying bills. And the trouble is, I'm on my fourth different job this year, so my financial situation has stopped me from being able to buy new Blu-rays and so on. And it just kind of sucks not being able to show you guys new stuff. But yeah, I do want to try and finish this my top 10 lists of the 1980s at least, and that's why of course I'm going to bring you today my top 10 films of 1989 to complete those. And I also have my top 10 films of 2013 list video. I still haven't done that yet. I still haven't done a top 10 film list of 2014 either, but the thing is, I don't have all the movies yet that are on my top 10, and one of them is going to be tricky to get because it's already out of print, at least the edition I want. So yeah, that's basically my situation at the moment, but I am going to try and make more videos, hopefully with Christmas coming up, and now I think I have the job that I'm doing right now should be a lot more stable, and it's paying me a little bit more than I was making off and on during the summer. So hopefully come the new year I'll start having updates, at least monthly updates. That's my bottom line goal, is to at least have some monthly updates for you guys, because I'm falling behind too. As far, I still need to buy a bunch of films from 2014. I haven't bought anything from 2015. I haven't even watched that many movies for 2015. I'm behind on my Netflix queue and so on. This new job that I have, I'm working a lot now, and I just haven't been motivated to make videos. I just don't have new stuff to show you guys, and I know it's kind of sucks. But I've been getting a lot of messages on my videos recently. Hey, EJ, when's your next video gonna be, and so on. So hopefully this will be the start of me back in the YouTube swing, because I really do want to get back into it. I miss like making videos and watching a lot of other people's videos and commenting and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, my top 10 films of 1989. Let's do this. Enough boring chit chat. Nobody wants to hear my sad story. So counting down as always, at number 10, we have Cinema Paradiso. Great foreign language film, great Italian film, the winner of Best Academy Award for Best Foreign Film of 1989. Most people, I think, consider it a 1988 film, but depending on what release country you were in, I consider it an 89 film. But it's a beautiful movie. Directed by Giuseppe Tornatore, about a filmmaker who recalls his childhood, where he grew up going to the local movie theater in this small town, and falling in love with cinema thanks to the kindness of a old elderly man who plays the projectionist, who is the projectionist at this movie theater. Just a great, beautiful film. If you love movies, Cinema Paradiso is a must. One of the best foreign films of the 1980s. Just a great film. Cinema Paradiso at number 10. Okay, up next, number 9, we have Drugstore Cowboy, directed by Gus Van Sant. Great film. Gritty, sort of crime drama. Starring Matt Dillon and Kelly Lynch as a couple of dope fiends who rob drugstores to pop pills a young Heather Graham is also in this. One of my favorite performances by Matt Dillon um, in this film, Drugstore Cowboy. It's a gritty movie. It's tough to watch at times, but a very good film. Doesn't really get talked about that much anymore. Drugstore Cowboy at number 9. Okay, up next, we have a Criterion, and it is number 8. So very old, very rare, very out of print. The Killer, John Woo's The Killer, of course. In my opinion, his best Hong Kong action movie. And it's probably, along with Face Off, it's my favorite John Woo film. Face Off is my favorite American John Woo film. But yeah, The Killer, just awesome. Chow Yun-fat, awesome as a sort of assassin with a heart of gold. He takes one last job to sort of help out this girl that he accidentally blinded during one of his jobs, and he gets double-crossed by his boss. Danny Lee, great as the inspector. Just fantastic operatic action scenes, of course, in the John Woo style that we all know and love. The Killer at number 8. Okay, at number 7, one of the best sports movies of the 80s and of all time, and that is, of course, Field of Dreams, directed by Phil Alden Robinson. Beautiful movie, of course, starring Kevin Costner as a Iowa farmer. Build It and They Will Come. Just a beautiful baseball movie. Great cast, Ray Liotta. Liotta. I can't say Liotta, and James L. Jones. Just a fantastic film, one of the great sort of guy sports movies of all time. Yeah, just a beautiful film, great ending, of course. Field of Dreams, one of Costner's best during this sort of heyday, the late '80s and early '90s, when everything he made sort of was gold. He was like the biggest movie star in the world at that time. Field of Dreams is definitely one of those. And it's number 7 on my list. Yeah, let's go with 7. Okay, up next we have number 6. And that is Driving Miss Daisy, directed by Bruce Beresford, winner of Best Picture for 1989. Jessica Tandy, of course, won Best Actress. Just a beautiful film, great movie about two people played by Morgan Freeman and Jessica Tandy. Morgan Freeman as the chauffeur, and Tandy as the Southern Atlanta belle, who sits in the back of the car he drives. Just a great movie about their friendship and relationship over the years. Probably not my choice for Best Picture winner, but still a great movie. Yeah, Bruce Beresford didn't win Best Director for this film. But it did win Best Picture, and Jessica Tandy won Best Actress. Driving Miss Daisy at number 6. Okay, up next, number 5 has to be on this list, and that's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Just an awesome film, the third, of course, in the Indiana Jones trilogy at the time. Yeah, just everything about this movie is just so much fun. It brought back sort of the fun factor that Raiders of the Lost Ark had. Even though I enjoy the Temple of Doom immensely, especially the end. That movie's pretty dark in places, and this film sort of brought back all the fun factor, like I said, and brought back some of the original people from the cast, Denholm Elliott and John Rhys Davies, and of course they added Sean Connery as Indy's father, James Bond and Indiana Jones together. Just a fantastic film, loads of fun. The Nazis, of course, taking on them in the race for the Holy Grail. Yeah, just a fantastic film. Everything about it. So many great scenes, so many great moments. I love the beginning with a young Indiana Jones, played by the late great River Phoenix. All those scenes are great. We find out where he gets his trademark hat and bullwhip. And even the scar on his chin to match the one with Harrison Ford. Yeah, just a fantastic film from beginning to end. At the time, it was a great fitting end to the Indiana Jones trilogy. Of course, before Kingdom of Crystal Skull came along and maybe ruined it for some people. I like parts of that movie. I'm not gonna lie. But I know my girl Sarah. This is her favorite of the franchise. Raiders will always be my favorite because it's, in my opinion, the best adventure film of all time. But The Last Crusade is pretty close. I mean, Alison Doody, awesome. I can't go on without mentioning her as Dr. Elsa Schneider. Um, she's just beautiful in this film. Um, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, number 5. Okay, up next, number 4, we have Dead Poet Society. Fantastic film, of course, directed by Peter Weir, starring, sadly, the late great Robin Williams in one of his best performances as the lively, inspirational James Keatings, who's a English teacher for a sort of prestigious academy preparatory school, and he inspires his students to carpe diem, seize the day. Young Ethan Hawke in this. Dead Poet Society, one of Williams' best performances, especially during this time. Very sad that he's gone now, but yeah, one of Peter Weir's best films. Dead Poet Society at number 9. Number 4. Sorry. Okay, at number 3 we have Born on the 4th of July. Fantastic sort of dramatic post-war movie. Directed by Oliver Stone, who won his second director Oscar for this film. Of course, sort of a follow-up to his Oscar-winning masterpiece, Platoon from 1986. And Tom Cruise in one of his best early performances. Um, wow, he's been around a long time now, since the early 80s, Tom Cruise. But this is one of his best performances, period. Not just his early years. Great as true story Ron Kovic, a young teenager who enthusiastically goes to Vietnam to fight, of course, and then gets paralyzed. And it's more about his the aftermath of that. One of the best, like I said, post-war movies dealing with how Vietnam vets were treated in America post-Vietnam, and just a great performance by Tom Cruise. Oliver Stone, one of my favorite directors, and Born on the 4th of July is a film that doesn't get talked about nearly enough when it comes to Oliver Stone and Tom Cruise, so that's why it's on my list at number 3. Okay, up next at number 2, another Criterion, Spine number 97, and it is Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. In my opinion, Spike Lee's best film, and definitely my favorite. Just a fantastic movie, set in sort of 1977 Brooklyn neighborhood. The racial tensions during a very hot summer. Sort of incorporates the whole Summer of Sam deal as well. Fantastic ensemble cast. People like Danny Aiello, Ozzie Davis, Ruby Dee, Samuel L. Jackson, Giancarlo Esposito. Fantastic soundtrack. I've never been a huge fan of a lot of Spike Lee's films, but this one definitely, it's my favorite Spike Lee joint. Um, it's just weird to even say that. But there you have it, Do the Right Thing at number 2. Okay, last but definitely not least, my number 1 film of 1989, and that is Glory, directed by Edward Zwick. Fantastic film set during the Civil War. My favorite Civil War movie, about the first African American regiment to fight for the North during the Civil War. I believe it's the 54th something of Massachusetts. 54th Regiment of Massachusetts, led by 2 young officers, played by the always good Matthew Broderick and Carrie Elwes, both excellent in this film. Morgan Freeman, awesome as the sergeant, and Denzel Washington with his first Oscar win as Best Supporting Actor, sort of the rebellious runaway slave. Just a great movie. I've never been a huge fan of the Civil War in general, but I love war movies, and as far as Civil War films go, this is my favorite by far. Great direction by Edward Zwick, fantastic score by James Horner. Yeah, Glory, just a great movie, great ending, just powerful, great stuff. Glory, #1 in my top 10 films of 1989. So there you have it. My top 10 films of 1989. Finally completing my top 10 list of the 80s. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do my top 10 films of 2013, and as soon as I get the movies in, I'm missing like 3 or 4 films to complete my top 10 films of 2014. But again, I'm still a little strapped for cash at the moment. But also, if you guys are interested, I might start doing movie reviews. Last night I watched Spectre finally. After it's been out a couple weeks, I sort of fell behind on my Netflix queue in the recent weeks. But now I've started watching all the big movies from this summer. Like I've seen a bunch of them, like Jurassic World and Mad Max, The Avengers, and so on. Fast and Furious, Furious 7, whatever. I've seen all those in the past couple. I think I'm going to watch Terminator Genesis tonight. So if you guys are interested, and so I can get more videos out there, let me know if you want me to do some sort of crappy movie reviews of those movies. Because hopefully in the new year, we and my fellow colleagues on the Movie Reviewers 100 will be relaunching that channel because it's kind of been dead for a long time now. Nobody's been making reviews for that channel in a long time. And guys, we're talking about getting it back going again in the new year. So if you're interested, if you're watching this video and you happen to see this last part, let me know if you guys want to see some reviews of movies, because right now I just won't have any DVD updates, at least until probably the end of the month. And then hopefully I plan to make at least a monthly update come the new year, because yeah, I'm falling behind, and I want to be up to date with the movies I'm watching, the movies I'm buying. That was my original goal, and just this year has been a tough year for me as far as jobs and money, and I got a lot of debt, all that kind of shit. So yeah, so hopefully you sat through this long video. Finally finished my top 10 film list of the 80s. Thank you for watching as always. Rate, comment, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll see ya.
Bond. James Bond.